Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Justin Hergert, and we are live here at Cavalier Field. It is Game 7 of the season as the A's welcome in the visiting Colorado Springs Outlaws, and the A's return back to Rocky Mountain League play. And it is a three-game series as the A's get set for first pitch here in just a few minutes. A's dropped a hard one last night, falling to the Great Bend Batcats 18-1, and we're going to take a quick timeout as it is time for the national anthem. Welcome back into Cavalier Field. I am Justin Hergert. We're getting ready for first pitch in this three-game series as the A's welcome the visiting Colorado Springs Outlaws to Cavalier Field for Rocky Mountain League play. The A's come into this game 0-6. It's been a rough start for the A's. Things are going to turn around at some point, and hopefully that turning point is tonight. So let's take a look at the starting lineups. We'll get started with the Colorado Springs Outlaws, and I'm going to step aside for just a second. I'll be right back. All right, I apologize for that. Technical difficulties getting started tonight. So let's take a step back. Let's visit the starting lineups. First for the visiting Colorado Springs Outlaws. Leading off, the second baseman, number 2, Mason Pastorello. Batting second, shortstop, number 7, C.J. Townsend. Batting third, center fielder, number 34, wearing 29, Brady Christensen. Batting fourth, left fielder, number 13, Kit Wigington. Batting fifth, right fielder, number 15, James Wright. Batting sixth, catcher, number 41, Jaron Wilcox. Batting seventh, third baseman, number 14, Brady Lockman. Batting eighth, first baseman, number 9, Quinn Mayer. And rounding out the lineup for the Colorado Springs Outlaws is a designated hitter, number 4, Braden Dedrick. Pitcher for the Colorado Springs Outlaws is number 46, Cade Sakamoto. And now, here's your starting lineup for your Dodge City A's. Batting first, the right fielder, number 22, Kyle Morrell. Batting second, catcher, number 18, Alex Cummings. Batting third, designated hitter, number 15, Tyler Cotto. Batting fourth, third baseman, number 9, Brendan O'Sullivan. Batting fifth, first baseman, number 24, Ryan Davis. Batting sixth, the center fielder, number 3, Matthew Sandoval. Batting seventh, shortstop, number 23, Brock Denbo. Batting eighth, left fielder, number 6, Michael Widener. And rounding up the lineup for your A's is the second baseman, number 2, Andrew Ramirez. And the leadoff hitter and Kyle Morrell will look at first pitch ball. So the Colorado Springs Outlaws started the last inning, get a runner on, hit through the gap. Next batter comes up, strikes out. Next at bat, runner advances over, is wiped off the base passes, caught stealing at third. And then the final batter grounds out to the shortstop. From the throw from the shortstop to first baseman, and that ends the inning for the Outlaws. And now it is Kyle Morrell leading off for the Dodge City A's. Currently 2-2 in the count, and he will foul that pitch off straight back. We will do the 2-2 over again. That pitch outside will even the count, or bring the count full. Kyle Morrell, one of the hotter bats for the Dodge City A's, and he will drive that one on the ground out to third base. It's bobbled. Throw is over and not in time, and Morrell in safely at first. Kyle Morrell in safely after the error by the third baseman. And the A's are in business. Alex Cummings will ground out to shortstop, throw over to second, over to first in time. And the throw to first is not in time, so it would be a fielder's choice. So, fielder's choice erases Kyle Morrell off the base paths, but Alex Cummings in safely. And that brings up Tyler Cotto, the designated hitter for the A's. The A's will elect to send Tyler Toby as a courtesy runner over for Alex Cummings. 0-2 the count to Tyler Cotto. Cotto, another one of those hotter bats for the Dodge City A's. And he will look at that pitch up high. Ball number 1. Tyler Cotto in last night's game played third base. He will swing over that one and it will go down on strikes. So 2 away for the A's. That brings up Brendan O'Sullivan to the plate. O'Sullivan last night at the shortstop position, a little bit of a rough night for him. O'Sullivan 1 for 4 in the game last night against the Great Bend Batcats. That pitch in for a strike and throw down to first, not in time. To check on Tyler Toby. The A's trying to take advantage here. That ball is fouled off just ahead of the third base bag, and Coach Woodruff trying to, advocate for his team. But nonetheless, it was a foul ball. So 0-2 now to O'Sullivan. And that one's framed on the outside edge, and O'Sullivan not happy with it, pointing where he thought the pitch was, and he'll walk back to the dugout. That ends the inning for the A's. And we'll be back for the top of the second. You've been listening to A's Baseball. Welcome back to Cavalier Field in Dodge City, Kansas. I'm Justin Herbert. It is the top of the second as the A's are taking on the visiting Rocky Mountain League opponent, Colorado Springs Outlaws, in the first of a 3-game home series for the A's. And Bobby Yates on the mound for the Athletics. Misses just wide for ball number 1. Is James Wright leading off for the Outlaws. He'll look at that one, misses on the inside corner for ball number 2. Yates fires in. Looks like it could have caught part of the corner but didn't. Ball number 3 now. 4-8 here, top of the second. Scoreless through 1 complete. Something that the A's aren't totally used to at this point. It is 3-1 now to James Wright. I'll say that Yates misses wide. And Wright will draw the leadoff walk for the Outlaws, bringing up Jaron Wilcox. Wilcox, the catcher for the Outlaws. Wilcox steps in. Eights fires, gets him to swing, and strike one. Eights delivers for strike two, and Wilcox quickly down 0-2. Eights delivers that one inside, gets Wilcox to jump backwards. Now 1-2. Wilcox will fire that one out to shortstop, fires over to second, over to first in time, and that is a double play the A's desperately needed. So no runners on now. That will bring up Brady Lockman, the third baseman for the Outlaws. So the A's complete that double play now. Clean base paths, and Eights will miss wide with that one. 1-0. Eights misses wide again. Eights working from the first base side of the rubber tonight. The A's gets Lockman to swing and miss at that one. A's in their green uniforms, gold accents on the sleeves, white numbers outlined in gold, white pants, green hats. Lockman fouls that one off, evens a count at 2 apiece. The Outlaws visiting tonight wearing black tops, red accents over the shoulders, white numbers outlined in red, gray pants, black hats. And Eights gets Lockman to swing and miss at that one, and the Outlaws will be retired in order, and it is Davis, Sandoval, and Denbo due up for the A's when we return in the bottom of the second. You've been listening to A's Baseball. Welcome back into Cavalier Field. I'm Justin Herbert. We are headed to the home half of the second inning as the A's take on the Colorado Springs Outlaws. The Outlaws come into tonight's game 3-2 on the season, where the A's are 0-6. Seems to be a fairly even matchup so far. We'll see as Ryan Davis steps in. He'll take that one and drives it in the gap out to right field, and it will be a leadoff single as Davis is into first base standing up. And that will be the first registered hit of the game for the A's. And that brings up Matthew Sandoval. Sandoval will take the first pitch he sees, drives it out into center field. And that'll bobble it, but nonetheless, that'll be a single for Sandoval, and the A's starting to see pitches and making things happen. So that brings up now Brock Denbo for the A's. Runners at first and second. And Dembo showing bunt. But it is the pitcher, Cade Sakamoto, delivering that one wide. Ball one. So the A's coming into the night, collectively hitting .206 on the season. Dembo showing bunt yet again, puts it down. Throw over the first is wide, so that would be an error on the pitcher. Dembo slips as he rounds first. And Woodruff is waving Sandoval home, and so that'll be an error on the pitcher throwing, and Brock Dembo is all the way over at third base. So the A's strike early and now lead this game 2-0. That one will fall foul for Widener. The A's continuing to take advantage of errors. So Widener will step back in. And for just the second time this season, the A's have a lead in a game. I know it sounds a little weird to be talking about that at this point, but we'll take anything we can get. So they'll fire. That pitch is taken and driven foul down the first base line. And Widener finds himself down in the count 0-2 with no outs, runner on third. So some much needed excitement happening for the A's and momentum in their favor. Sakamoto will fire that one wide, now 1-2 to Michael Widener. Widener coming into tonight, hitting .067 on the season, so struggling a little bit. Has struck out 8 times and walked once. Widener will take that one, drives it high into the air, pop up, but caught by the shortstop, C.J. Townsend. Not deep enough for advancement of Brock Dembo. So that'll be the first out of the inning for the A's. So that brings up the 9-hole hitter, Andrew Ramirez. Ramirez steps into the box, hitting .167 so far this season. Just 14 plate appearances so far. He'll swing and miss at pitch number 1. Ramirez has walked on once, struck out 4 times. Has 2 hits to his name, both of those singles, and has been hit by a pitch once. So Ramirez even in the count at 1 apiece. The A's trying to continue to take advantage here in the bottom of the second. Ramirez, a look at that one inside. Now 2-1. Sakamoto fire in, that one delivered on the ground out to shortstop, fires over first in time. But the A's will score Dembo and now lead this game 3-0. So after that RBI ground out by Andrew Ramirez, that brings us back to the top of the order with Kyle Morrell. Morrell got on an error his last at bat, and we'll look at first pitch he sees as it skips off the batter or the catcher's glove inside for ball number 1. Kyle Morrell takes pitch for a strike. Now 2-1 for Morrell. Swings over that one, evens a count at 2 apiece. 2 away here in the bottom of the second. A's have taken an early lead in this one, 3-0. No one on the base paths for the A's at this point. Sakamoto fire, and that one's hit off the end of the bat, but foul. We'll repeat the 2-2 over again. That one's delivered outside. Now count is full, so payoff pitch coming for Sakamoto. Kyle Morrell. See what he gets. He'll swing and miss, so that will end the inning for the A's. Not after the A's score 3 runs. They take the lead into the top of the third. You've been listening to A's Baseball. So the A's get the Outlaws Welcome back. We are headed to the bottom of the third. Apologize as that as we were trying to work out some technical difficulties. I am Justin Hurt, and we are back live with the Dodge City A's. And the A's, behind pitching of Bobby Yates, gets the Outlaws to go down 1-2-3 as Quinn Mayer leads off, grounds out, shortstop to first base. Braden Dedrick and Mason Pastorello go down on strikes. And that will bring up Alex Cummings to the plate and Sakamoto out for his third inning of work for the Dodge City A's. So the A's, with Alex Cummings at the plate, now down in the count 0-2. Cummings struck out looking his first, or hit into a fielder's choice. His first at bat. And he'll go down swinging in this one. One out quickly for the Dodge City A's in this game. That'll bring up Tyler Cotto. Cotto struck out swinging in his last at bat. Cotto coming into tonight for the A's. As I said earlier, one of the hotter bats, hitting .333 on the season. 15 plate appearances. 5 hits, 4 of those singles. 2 RBIs to his name, and has struck out 6 times so far. So Cotto down in the count, 0-1. We'll look at that pitch in for a ball. Evens a count at 1 apiece. A's so far. Cotto will take that one. Drives on the ground out to second. Throw over to first in time. So now 2 away for the A's. And that'll bring up Brendan O'Sullivan for the Athletics. O'Sullivan, with 20 plate appearances for himself, has walked on 4 times. 4 hits, 3 of those singles, 1 of them a home run, has driven in 5 and scored a run. Of course, that would be the home run that he scored. So O'Sullivan steps in after having struck out looking. He'll take the first pitch he sees, drives it out into right field. It'll be a base hit. He's digging around, going for second. The throw is in, but not in time, and O'Sullivan slides in safely to second. And the A's are back in business with runners on in O'Sullivan, and that brings up Ryan Davis. So extra bases hit for O'Sullivan. Ryan Davis steps in, singled out into right field his first time up. Davis steps in, hitting .200 on the season so far. They'll frame that pitch on the outside corner, strike number 1. So Davis looking at the left-hander Sakamoto. He'll take that pitch, drives it out into center field. Christensen's there to gather it in, and that will end the inning for the A's. No runs on 1 hit, no errors. 1 left on so far for the A's. And it will be Townsend, Christensen, and Wigington due up for the Outlaws when we return in the top of the fourth. You've been listening to A's Baseball. Welcome back into Cavalier Field. I'm Justin Hergert, and it is the top of the fourth. The A's leading the Colorado Springs Outlaws 3-0. C.J. Townsend steps in for his second plate appearance after having struck out his first time at bat. Takes first pitch he sees for ball number 1. Bobby Yates is back on the mound for his fourth inning of work. Now down in the count to Townsend, 2-0. Yates throws in, gets that one to catch the inside edge. Now 2-1. Townsend will foul that one off, evens the count at 2 apiece. Yates comes into tonight's game having pitched 4 innings, made 1 appearance. Townsend will take that one, sends it out to shallow center field. Andrew Ramirez gives chase, tumbles backwards, not able to come up with it, so it'll be a base hit for C.J. Townsend. And that will bring up Brady Christensen, who walked on in his first at bat. So Bobby Yates went 4 innings, took the loss in that game. So he took the loss against the Liberal BJs on Saturday, June the 4th, when the BJs came to Dodge City. Gave up 3 runs on 3 hits, walked 2, and struck out 7. Comes into tonight with a 6.75 ERA. Brady Christensen on the 1-0 count pops that one way up high. And Michael Widener coming in from left field. Gather that one's in. Out number 1. For the Outlaws. Brings up Kit Wigington for the Outlaws. Now down in the count, 0-2 after swinging over that pitch. Wigington grounded out in his first attempt. He'll foul that one off the end of the bat, goes back and out of play. Sends some kids scrambling. We'll repeat the 0-2 over again. So Foul balls here at Cavalier Field can be gathered in. That pitch outside low, now 1-2. Foul balls can be gathered up, taken to the concession stand, and they'll get $1 for returning foul balls here at Cavalier Field. So if you're listening along and want to come out to the game and enjoy some good baseball, come on out, let your kids go gather foul balls. And Wigington now even in the count, 2 apiece, 1 away in the top of the 4th. No runs on 2 hits, 2 errors for the Outlaws. Wigington takes that pitch, drives it out into center field, left center field, and that will score Townsend. So Outlaws now on the board. That RBI single from Wigington. That brings up James Wright. Wright walked on his first at bat. So now 1 run on 3 hits, and Wright will take that one. It's driven out to left field. Widener ranging in, gathers that one in. Now out number 2 for the Outlaws. That ball was not hit deep enough, and Widener was ranging in, so no advancement from Wigington. And now Jaron Wilcox at bat, grounded out. Shortstop Denbo, his first time up. He'll take first pitch down low for ball number 1. Eights here in the top of the 5th. Rather, top of the 4th, sorry. Evens a count at 1 apiece. 2 away. The A's 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, have stranded 2 here in the early innings of this ball game. Wilcox will swing and miss over that one. Now down in the count, 1-2. The A's looking for their first win in the season. The Outlaws looking to even their record, or rather extend their record to 4-2. That went in down low. Now evens a count at 2 apiece. That one just missing to the outside edge. Brings the count full, so the payoff pitch coming from Bobby Yates. Bobby will fire and deliver. That one swung and tipped, so it'll be a foul tip out, and that ends the inning for the Outlaws. Outlaws 1 run on 2 hits, no errors. Strand another one. And we have Sandoval, Denbo, and Widener due up for the A's. You've been listening to A's Baseball. Bottom of the 4th inning, and we are back here at Cavalier Field. I am Justin Hergert. A's leading this one 3-1. It is Matthew Sandoval coming back to the plate, leading off for the Dodge City A's. Nice night Friday evening here in Dodge City. Heat starting to build here in southwest Kansas, but a great night for baseball. Sakamoto back out on the mound, and Sandoval will take the first pitch he sees, drives it high out into center field. Christensen ranging over, gathers that one in, and a quick out for the A's. So that will bring up Brock Denbo. Denbo got on an error his first time up. That error was a costly one as it led Denbo all the way around to third base. He'll take the first pitch he sees from Sakamoto for ball number 1. So the A's, Denbo will take that one and fouls it off over towards the clubhouse. Clubhouse off to our right. Used by the Dodge City Community College Conquistadors during the school year season. Shared with Dodge City A's this summer. A new addition here to Cavalier Field, just opened last year. So now 2-1 to Denbo. The A's can't help have a little bit of excitement as Denbo will pop that one up. Going foul over around the batter's cages for strike number 2. Denbo will take that one, it delivered inside, and that brings the count full. Payoff pitch coming from Sakamoto here in the bottom of the 4th. A's leading 3-1. The A's jumped out with 3 runs in the bottom of the 2nd, and now have a runner on with Brock Denbo with that walk. That brings up Michael Widener to the plate. Widener flew out his first at bat. Widener steps in, left-handed hitter. Takes first pitch he sees for ball number 1. Widener having a bit of a rough time at the plate. He'll take that one and foul it off, evens the count at 1 apiece. Drive that one, takes it out into left center field. Denbo running, and he'll be in safe at third, so runners on the corners, and the A's are back in business. So that single now for Michael Widener. Brings up Andrew Ramirez to the plate. Ramirez 0 for 1 with a ground out. Takes first pitch he sees into the gap into right field. And so it'll be a RBI single for Ramirez. Ramirez advancing on the throw now to second. So runners at second and third now. The A's leading this one 4-1. Ramirez advances on the throw, and that's going to bring out a visit from the Outlaws dugout. The A's continuing to take advantage. That ball was thrown in slowly. That's led Ramirez to run over to second. Now brings up Kyle Morrell back at the top of the order for the Dodge City A's. Morrell 0 for 2 in this game. Got on an error. Struck out swinging his last at bat. Morrell, also a patient hitter, has received 4 free passes so far coming into tonight. He'll take the first pitch he sees, drives down into left field. Woodruff's waving Ramirez home. He will be in safely, and the A's now up in this game 6-1 after that RBI single from Kyle Morrell into left field. Six to 1, the A's leading. Brings up catcher Alex Cummings. Hit into a fielder's choice. Struck out his last time up. Sakamoto still on the mound for Colorado Springs Outlaws. Cummings will take first pitch he sees for ball number 1. Cummings hitting .385 on the season. Coming into tonight's game, a .500 on base percentage. That one's sent out on the ground to third, throw over to second in time, and that'll complete the double play. So that double play ends the inning for the A's. The A's score 3 on 3 hits, none left on base, and it is the bottom of the order due up for the Outlaws. When we come back in the top of the 5th, you have been listening to A's Baseball. Welcome back to Cavalier Field. I am Justin Hergert, and we are headed to the top of the 5th. A's leading this game 6-0, hung 3 in the second, now 3 more in the bottom of the 4th. And you can probably see in our live stream some of our A's players going around playing the 50-50 raffle tonight. One of those is Ashton Jenkins. Ashton Jenkins and Jacob Klanowski out doing the 50-50 raffle. People who come to the game can buy a ticket, get 50% of the winnings, or 50% of the total pot. And it is Brady Lockman leading off for the Outlaws. Struck out his first time at bat. The Outlaws still making their second trip through the batting order, and Lockman will swing over top of that one now, down in the count, 0-2. And Lockman will go down on strikes for the second time. One away quickly for the Outlaws. A's pitching staff, or led only by Bobby Yates tonight, has struck out 6, walked 2 so far in this game. So that'll bring up Quinn Mayer. Mayer 0 for 1 with a ground out. Looks at first pitch he sees, ball number 1. Walks have been a bit of a struggle for the A's pitching staff. Not as much tonight as Eights will even the count one apiece. The A's pitching staff is combined coming into tonight's game 41 base on balls, struck out 45. After that, that 4-pitch walk will put Mayer on first and brings up designated hitter Braden Dedrick. Dedrick takes the first pitch he sees and fouls it off, and Dedrick himself is someone who is familiar with Cavalier Field, having played this last season and the season before for the Dodge City Community College Conquistadors. Eights will take and throw over to first, check on the runner Mayer. Dedrick 0-1. Eights fires that one up. Upper corner, but just outside, inside. Evens the count at 1 apiece. Dedrick will twist the bat around on his shoulders, fouls that one off. 1-2 to Dedrick. Looks at that ball inside, evens the count at 2 apiece. I said a nice night for baseball, wind blowing right to left across the field, so coming out of the east, Dedrick will take that pitch, barrels it up well, but sends it twisting foul and out of play. Repeat the 2-2 over again. Eights fires and delivered. Dedrick will send that one foul on the ground up the third base line. Dedrick refusing to try to give up, still battling. 7th pitch of the at-bat coming to Braden Dedrick from pitcher Bobby Eights. Eights has thrown 67 pitches so far in this game. 40 of those have been strikes. Eights will deliver. Dedrick sends that one just foul past into the outfield grass. This is the first extended at bat that Eights has faced in this game. Eights has his sign, throws in and will catch the inside edge, and that will send Braden Dedrick back to the dugout. Strikeout looking. And that will bring up Mason Pastorello. 1 for 2, a single and a strikeout. Bobby Eights, in his now 5th inning of work, has struck out at least one batter in every inning so far this game. That ball's delivered inside. Now throw down to second. Thrown out into the outfield, but not in time. So no error on that play. Be a straight stolen base for Quinn Mayer. Now 1-1 to Mason Pastorello. That pitch will catch the inside edge. Now 1-2. That pitch is fouled off. So we'll repeat the 1-2 over again. Yates will get Pastorello swinging, and for the second time in this game has struck out 2. And the A's have Cotto, O'Sullivan, and Davis due up when we return for the bottom of the 5th inning. You've been listening to A's Baseball. Welcome back to Cavalier Field, and it is Tyler Cotto leading off for the Dodge City A's. A's leading in this one 6-1. Cade Sakamoto back out for his 5th inning of work, delivers outside. Ball number 1. There is activity now down in the Outlaws bullpen. Cotto will swing and miss at that one, evens a count at 2 apiece. Tyler will take that one, pops it up, foul off the end of the bat. That one's headed out behind the clubhouse. Now 1-2. Tyler looks at that one down low, evens a count at 2 apiece. And that one outside brings the count full. Payoff pitch coming from Sakamoto. And that'll be a leadoff walk. So that leadoff walk will put Tyler Cotto down at first. And we are going to see a pitching change for the Colorado Springs Outlaws. We'll tell you who it is. The music department ushers Cade Sakamoto off the mound. So it is Hayden Smith on the mound for the Colorado Springs Outlaws. We'll be back after this. You've been listening to A's Baseball. Hayden Smith will take over pitching duties for the Outlaws. And that will bring up Brendan O'Sullivan for the A's. A strikeout and a double for him. Not very well, that double. So Smith will fire in pitch number 1 outside for ball number 1. So just 4 extra base hits for the A's so far this season. The first for O'Sullivan, and now up in the count 2-0. Runner on first, Tyler Cotto drew the leadoff walk. Now O'Sullivan takes that pitch for ball number 3. Looked good, but could have been just a hair inside. That one delivered on the inside edge. Now 3-1. Can't quite close the books on Sakamoto, as he is responsible for Cotto over at first. But it will be a walk now for Brendan O'Sullivan, and that brings up Ryan Davis. So Sakamoto goes 4+ innings, faces 21 batters, throws 64 pitches, responsible for 6 runs so far, struck out 4, 6 hits, and walked 2. I said we cannot close the stat book on Sakamoto yet. That is the line as it stands right now, and now runners at first and second, both of them walks. Ryan Davis, 1 for 2, a single and a fly out. Down early in the count, 0-1. Few high clouds passing over here in Dodge City. Davis will take that pitch, fouls it off the end of the bat, out of play. Now down 0-2. Lots of kids running around trying to gather in those foul balls to go claim the dollar from the concession stand. Davis will dig in. Smith has his sign and comes set. Fires in down low. Evens, no, ball number 1. Matthew Sandoval waiting in the on-deck circle. Davis digs in for the 1-2 pitch coming. Down low, evens a count at 2 apiece. The A's with a runner in scoring position, no out. Bottom of the 5th inning, leading this one 6-1. Hayden Smith will come set. Davis will drive that one out just past the second baseman, and that will score Cotto. The A's with the hurry-up move. Throw in, the catcher not able to handle it, so that will score O'Sullivan, and I think it's safe to say that the Outlaws are rattled, maybe. I think might be the best way of calling it tonight. So that will be an error on the second baseman. And that will bring a mound visit out as the Outlaws elect to bring the entire infield in and have a conversation. We'll be back with you after this short break. So that mound visit is over, and that will bring up Matthew Sandoval, 1 for 2 in this game, a single and a fly out. Sandoval looks at the first pitch he sees for ball number 1. Runner on first. A's leading this one 8-1. Throw over to first. Check on Davis. A's have scored 3 in the second, 3 in the fourth, now 2 so far in the fifth. Sandoval will take that one and fouls it off. Evens a count at 1 apiece. The A's 8 runs on 6 hits, no errors so far. Colorado Springs Outlaws 1 run, 3 hits, 3 errors, and have stranded 3. So Hayden will throw over again, not in time. Sandoval 1-1 in this at bat. Sandoval will take that one, drives it down the left field line. It drops in just inside the foul line. Coach Woodruff waving Davis home to throw in. And Matthew Sandoval in safely. An RBI triple for Matthew Sandoval, and the A's now lead this one 9-1. That ball drops just a few feet inside the foul line. That scores Ryan Davis from first. As Matthew Sandoval now at third. The A's continuing to deal as Brock Denbo at bat. 0 for 1. Walked on in his last time up. Now 1-0 to Denbo. Denbo will take that one, ground it up to the third baseman, throw it to first in time. So first out for the A's. The A's taking the mentality of score early and score often. So that ground out on a heads-up play keeps Sandoval at third and brings in Michael Widener. Widener 1 for 2, a fly out and a single. Get the single into shallow left center field. Looks at pitch number 1 inside for ball 1. The A's defensive miscues last night. Struggling to see the ball. And Widener takes that one. He'll drive it high out into left or center field, but it's caught. The throw in, not in time, and that will score Sandoval, and the A's now lead this one 10-1. So a sacrifice fly for Widener. And that brings up Andrew Ramirez to the plate. 1 for 2, a ground out and a single. Takes pitch he sees for ball number 1. So now the first, Sandoval getting the first triple hit by the Dodge City A's this season. Ramirez is even in the count, 1 apiece. That one framed on the outside edge. Now 1-2 to Andrew Ramirez. 2 away here in the bottom of the 5th for the Dodge City A's. Ramirez will swing at that one and goes down on strikes. Not before the A's score 4 more. A's leading this one 10-1. 4 runs, 1 hit, 1 error, none left on. We'd like to take this opportunity to thank some of our sponsors that make broadcasts like tonight's possible. So with that, the A's would like to thank our Grand Slam sponsors, the City of Dodge City and Ford County, Curbs Law Office, McDonald's Cool Enterprises, LLC, and Lewis Automotive Group. Thank you for your sponsorship of Dodge City A's baseball. You have been listening to A's Baseball. Welcome back to Cavalier and Dodge City. I'm Justin Hergert. We are now in the top of the sixth. The A's leading this one 10-1. And it is Bobby Yates back out for now his sixth inning of work. So Yates now going past his previous length. C.J. Townsend will take the first pitch he sees, drives it out to third. Throw over to first, and Davis in time. And first out gathered quickly. And that will bring up Brady Christensen. 0 for 1, a walk and a fly out. So the A's have taken and flipped the script. Last night, struggling to get anything going at the plate. Defensive miscues in the field, not able to see the ball. Tonight, seeing it well and taking advantage of opportunities, and have now found this one up 10-1. That ball by Christensen driven into the gap out in right center field for a single. Christensen now on at first. Brings up Kit Wigington for the Outlaws, one away. Yates will deliver that one outside, ball number 1. Yates in his sixth inning of work. Delivers that one high and outside for ball number 2. Nice crowd on hand here tonight at Cavalier Field as the A's start the opening series. Cummings will throw down to first, but not in time. Wigington now 3-0 in the count. Takes that one for a strike, now 3-1. The A's with some things to be excited about tonight. Wigington will take that one on the inside edge. And the count comes full, so the payoff pitch for Yates. What's he going to throw? Runner going. Yates delivers a fastball towards the outside, fouled off. We'll repeat the full count over again. Action occurring down in the Outlaws bullpen. Throw over to first. Not in time, and that throw over to first, ball gets away, so that'll be the first error by the Dodge City A's. Christensen digging, going to third as that one rolls clear into the dugout. So Christensen will go first to third on the first error committed by the Dodge City A's.
So that'll be an error on eights. Wigington digs in. Count full. Eights delivers outside. This will be a walk to Wigington, and that'll bring up James Wright. Wright 0 for 1, flew out his last time up. So that'll bring out a visit from Coach Woodruff. Bring the whole infield in. So the A's would like to thank our home run sponsors now. Lauren Dahl, Rabine Brothers Law Firm, Conant Construction LLC, Community Foundation of Southwest Kansas, Parker Haskins Insurance Incorporated, and Duke Energy. Thank you for your sponsorship of Dodge City A's baseball. So that mound visit now breaking up. Quinn Mayer warming up, I believe, for the Outlaws. James Wright fouls first pitch he sees, sends that one on the ground out into left field, so that will score Christensen. So runners at first and second for the Outlaws, and that brings up Jaron Wilcox. Wilcox 0 for 2. Foul tipped his last time up. Look at pitch one inside for a ball. Now action occurring in the A's bullpen. Wilcox will check swing, but takes that one for strike, evens the count at 1 apiece. Ethan Batista now down in the bullpen for the Dodge City A's, and Eights gets Wilcox to swing and finds himself now down in the count 1-2. A's leading this game 10-2 in the top of the 6th. First of a 3-game series against the Colorado Springs Outlaws. Wilcox will foul that one off over to the third base dugout. We'll repeat the 1-2 over again. This 3-game series will continue tomorrow night, 7 o'clock start here at Cavalier Field. Take that one, goes over to third, throw over to first, in time for the double play, and the A's get out of that one, only allowing 1 run. So that double play, now the second in this game for the A's, and it is back at the top of the order for the A's with Morrell, Cummings, and Cotto coming up in the home half of the 6th inning. You have been listening to A's Baseball.
The Outlaws call to the bullpen again and go to the right-hander, Quinn Mayer. Mayer working now, gets Kyle Morrell, the leadoff hitter for the Dodge City A's, down in the count 1-2. And the A's making their fourth trip around the batting order. So that one delivered outside, now 2-2. White's coming on at Cavalier. Clouds thickening a little bit. Wind's still out of the east. Morrell will take that one, drives it high into the air, twisting towards left field. Wigington there to haul that one in for out number 1. So that will bring up the catcher, Alex Cummings. Cummings 0 for 3. Grounded out his last time at bat. And for Coach Chris Woodruff and company, the A's are looking for win number 1 of the season as Cummings takes that one inside for ball 1. Cummings will drive that one out on the ground to third base, throw over to first in time, and now 2 away quickly for the A's, and that will bring up Tyler Cotto. Cotto 0 for 2. Drew the walk his last time up. Cotto will see his batting average slip a little bit. He'll take the first pitch he sees, fouls it off down the third base line. Quinn Mayer, right-hander, delivers, evens a count at 1 apiece. That one delivered, bounces off the plate, up and out of play. Now 2-1 to Cotto. Tyler Cotto played, pops that one up into the air. Second baseman calling it off, goes over and gathers it in, and the A's will go down 1-2-3. You've been listening to A's Baseball. Top of the 7th in Cavalier Field in Dodge City, Kansas. I'm Justin Hergert, and the A's call to the bullpen, and it is the left-hander Ethan Bautista taking over pitching duties for the Dodge City A's. So for the Dodge City A's,
Bobby Yates will go 6 innings, throwing 91 pitches, giving up 2 runs, struck out 8, walked 4, 5 hits. So that will be the stat line for Bobby Yates as the A's go to Ethan Bautista. And it will be Brady Lockman leading off for the Colorado Springs Outlaws. Lockman 0 for 2, struck out both of his at-bats. Takes first pitch he sees for ball number 1. Bautista working from the first base side of the rubber. Fires in, catches his own, evens a count at 1 apiece. Bautista looks in, got his sign and comes set. He'll throw in, misses just a bit high. Now 2-1. That one's fired in, catches the outer half of the plate, evens a count at 2 apiece. Blackman now possibly in danger of gathering the hat trick. Lockman will take that one, barrels it up, but fouls it off over to the clubhouse. Beat the 2-2 over again. Bautista making his 3rd appearance. Pitched 2.1 innings so far. That pitch is fouled off by Lockman again. So Bautista now making his 3rd appearance. Giving up 4 hits, 7 runs. Walked 3 and struck out 3. Bautista will take that one and fouls it off again. And Bautista laboring. 8th pitch of this at bat coming for Lockman. 2-2, no outs. He'll take that one, pops it up. That ball hit the runner. The runner should be out on interference. Neither umpire saw it. And that's going to bring out Chris Woodruff arguing the point that that should be runner interference. That the runner should be out. Lockman was running up the base paths. The ball bounced, hit Lockman as he was running. He's actually showing it hit him in the chest. He's admitting that it hit him. Lockman should be out. The umpire's discussing this one. They're going to say it's a foul ball. There's no way that is a foul ball. Lockman hit that ball and forced it foul. But that's baseball. So Lockman will be back for the 2-2 after his now 4th foul ball. Chris Woodruff still wanting an explanation, and he deserves one. Lockman was running up the first base line. Ball also traveling up the first base line, bounced, hit Lockman in the chest as he was running. Bounces foul. Any contact with the batter should be an automatic out, but not called that way. The ball was called foul. So we will repeat the 2-2 over again. The infield coming back to their normal positions after that conversation. So Batista now got a sign, come set, and they will end this one peacefully as Lockman will strike out swinging. One away. So that will bring up the pitcher, Chris Gracie, or rather, sorry, this is Quinn Mayer. Mayer took over pitching duties. And he will ground it back to the pitcher Batista. Throw over to first in time, and now 2 away for the Outlaws. So that brings up now the new first baseman, Chris Gracia. So Gracia in for his first at bat of this game. And Batista misses just out of the zone for ball number 1. Umpire will say that Gracia went around. Gracia didn't like that call, but nonetheless, counts 1-1 with 2 away. We're in the top of the 7th. That one's hit on the ground out to Ramirez. Ramirez fields, throws over to Davis in time. And the Outlaws will go down 1-2-3. Ladies and gentlemen, it is stretch time in Dodge City. Dodge City leading this one 10-2. You've been listening to A's Baseball. Bottom of the 7th here in Dodge City. The A's leading this one 10-2. A's took the lead early, and O'Sullivan will pop that one up. Second baseman Pastorello over to catch in time. And out number 1 for the A's. So the A's have scored 3 in the 2nd, 3 in the 4th, 4 in the 5th. Outlaws scoring 1 in the 4th and 1 in the 6th to make it 10-2 so far. That is Ryan Davis at bat now for the A's. Got on an error his last time at bat. Looks at the first pitch he sees outside for ball number 1. Davis will take that one, drives it out to right field, but right there covering, now 2 away. That brings up Matthew Sandoval. Sandoval hit that big triple. First of the Dodge City A's this season. Hit that one up the left field line. That one's fired inside for ball number 1. Sandoval will take that pitch and fouls it off, evens the count at 1 apiece. We heard Coach Woodruff talk last night, his pregame interview about doing better at seeing the ball, not striking out. The A's definitely taking that advice tonight. Sandoval will take that one up, sends it out to left field. Wigington into cover, and A's go down 1-2-3. So the A's now still leading this one 10-2. We'll take the opportunity. We'd like to thank our triple sponsors, Cargill Meat Solutions. We'll also thank our double sponsors, Winter Livestock Incorporated, I Don't Care Family Restaurant and Sports Bar, Kelly Hendricks DDS, Western Beverage, Village Square Merchants Association, ITC Great Plains LLC, Kirby Meat Company, and Best Water of Southwest Kansas. Those were our double and triples. And then our triple sponsor, Cargill Meat Solutions. You've been listening to A's Baseball. Thank you for your sponsorship. Top of the 8th for the Dodge City A's here in Cavalier Field in Dodge City. A's leading this one 10-2. A's 10 runs, 7 hits, 1 error, stranded 2. The Outlaws 2 runs on 5 hits, 3 errors, and a stranded 4. And it is Ethan Batista now out for his 2nd inning of work. A solid 6 outings from Bobby Yates to start this game. Batista fires and delivers. It's up high. Ball number 1. As Mason Pastorello leading off for the Colorado Springs Outlaws. Struck out swinging his last time up. As the Outlaws are now making their 4th trip through the batting order. He'll send that one out to right field. Morrell there covering, and now out number 1 for the Outlaws. So that will bring up C.J. Townsend. Townsend 1 for 3, grounded out his last time up. Batista fires and delivers a curveball outside, ball number 1. Is delivered over the inner half of the plate, evens the count at 1 apiece, 1 away. Top of the 8th as Dodge City A's are looking to pick up their first win of the season here tonight over the Colorado Springs Outlaws. Batista will deliver that one outside. Now 2-1. The A's will be back in action again tomorrow night, game 2 of this series against the Outlaws. And we'll finish up this 3-game series as Townsend fouls that one off. Evens the count at 2 apiece. The series will finish up on Sunday evening. 7 o'clock start for that one. The A's will have a day off on Monday, and then we'll travel to Augusta, Kansas face the Kansas Cannons in non-league action. A's will complete this 4-game series with the Colorado Springs Outlaws during their 6-game road series that starts next Friday as the A's will visit the Game Day Angels. Townsend will go down on strikes with that payoff pitch from Bautista. That will bring up Brady Christensen to the mound, or to the plate, sorry. Christensen steps in 1 for 2 this evening. Singled in his last at bat. Looks at pitch down for ball number 1. 2 away for the Outlaws, who are now down to their last 4 outs to try to get something going against the A's tonight. And that pitch, a strike, evens a count at 1 apiece. Much as the A's struggled last night against the Great Bend Batcats, nearly a complete flip script here tonight as that pitch sends Christensen backwards a little bit. 2-1. Bautista delivers outside but low. 3-1 to Brady Christensen. The A's have led this one from the get-go, taking the early lead in the bottom of the second. That ball sent out into shallow left field and will be a hit for Christensen. So that lazy fly ball brings up Kit Wigington. 1 for 2, walked on his last at bat. So Wigington will step in to face Bautista. Bautista pitched last night against the Great Bend Batcats. Will throw that one in. Plucks Wigington on the shoulder, so runners at first and second now for the Outlaws. That's going to bring out a mound visit from Dodge City A's coach Chris Woodruff. Bautista last night against the Batcats pitched a third of an inning, 2 hits, gave up 6 runs, walked 2. So that was part of the struggle for the Dodge City A's last night. Pitching staff for the Dodge City A's combined to walk 9 last night. So 9 free passes to the Great Bend Batcats was the struggle. The Great Bend Batcats on the other side struck out 9. So the A's struggled all the way around and seems to have found a better stride here tonight as that mound visit breaks up, and that will be James Wright stepping into the plate. Wright, 1 for 2 on the evening, a single, and his last at bat. One hit on the ground, fielded by Denbo, throw over to second in time, and that will be the force out to end the inning. So we are headed to the bottom of the 8th. It is the bottom of the order for the A's coming up in Denbo, Widener, and Ramirez. You have been listening to A's Baseball. Bottom of the 8th, and Brock Denbo leading off for the Dodge City A's. Denbo 0 for 2 in this game, grounded out. His last at bat, and Quinn Mayer out now for his second inning of work. Scratch that. Should be third inning. Yes, this is the third inning of work for Quinn Mayer. Gets Denbo down in the count quickly, 0-2. Mayer works from the center of the rubber. Throws in. That one bounces off the turf in the opposite batter's box. 1-2. So the Outlaws and A's back in action tomorrow night, 7 p.m. right here at Cavalier Field. That one's delivered outside, and the opposite batter's box evens a count at 2 apiece. Denbo takes that one, grounds it over to third, does not field it cleanly. And that will be another error on the Colorado Springs Outlaws. Outlaws have now committed 4 errors in this game. And that brings up Michael Widener to the plate. Widener 1 for 2. Sac fly to score his last time at bat. 1-0 pitch coming. Mayer fires and delivers down low, now 2-0. That one's inside. They say catches the inside edge of the plate for called strike. 2-1. Widener takes that one, pops it up. It's high into the grandstands and just misses. Widener now 2-2. Denbo over at first. Fires outside, brings the count full. Payoff pitch from Mayer coming. Fire over, check on Denbo at first. Not in time. So the payoff pitch from Mayer. Fouled, and Michael Widener will send his bat flying over to the third base coach, past the third base dugout. Music department having a little bit of fun at Widener's expense. After that bat, first flying bat we've seen this season. Widener opting to hit without batting gloves. Puts a little Stickman pine tar on that bat. So the payoff pitch again. Grounded back up to the pitcher. Throw over to shortstop. So the Outlaws throw over to second for the fielder's choice, and Widener in safe at first. that brings up Andrew Ramirez, 1 for 3 in this game. Now 1-1 after that strike. Widener started to lead off, acted like he was going to take off to second. Chose not to. Mayer will throw. Takes that one, driven out. Hit on the ground to third, throw over to second. Throw over to first. So it'll be an error again on the Outlaws, and that ball goes out of play. So Andrew Ramirez will be in at second. Michael Widener thrown out. Andrew Ramirez in at first, 2 away for the Dodge City A's. Kyle Morrell at bat. 1 for 4 in this game. Flew out his last time up. Finds himself even in the count at 1 apiece. Morrell will take that one, drives it on the ground out to second. Throw over to first is wide. Morrell will hold up at first. And he will be sent over to second. Ball out of play, thrown into the dugout. But that scores Andrew Ramirez, and the A's now lead this one 11-2. And that brings up Alex Cummings, a catcher, to the plate. Cummings 1-1, 0 for 4 in this game, has grounded out twice. Hit into a fielder's choice. Mayer throws in. Cummings now down in the count, 1-2. Kyle Morrell out at second after the ball thrown out of play on an error. A's lead this one 11-2. Cummings will take that one, hit a line drive out into left field. Wigington unable to come up with it, and it will be a stand-up double. Another extra bases hit for the Dodge City A's, and the A's will invoke the run rule on that one and take this one 12-2. So the A's win their first game of the season, improved to 1-6 overall, and Colorado Springs Outlaws will fall to 3-3 overall. We'll do this all over again tomorrow night. Your final game numbers: the Outlaws score 2 runs on 6 hits, commit 6 errors, strand 6. The A's 12 runs on 9 hits, 1 error themselves, and only straying 2. Stranded runners have been a struggle for the A's this season. Able to take advantage of opportunities early, and that's another thing. The A's took the mentality of score early and score often. So the A's take that, score 3 in the second, 3 in the fourth, 4 in the fifth, and now 2 in the 8th to win this one 12-2. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank our single sponsors: Roger Hedrick, David H. Snap LC, John Wilkerson, Garcia and Antosh, Val Hinton, Jason and Wendy Barnett, Julie and Manuel Garcia. Without your sponsorship of the Dodge City A's broadcasts and games like this would not be possible. Thank you for your support of Dodge City A's baseball. I've been Justin Hergert, saying so long and good night from Cavalier Field. The A's take this one 12-2. You've been listening to A's Baseball.